Charlie and Emily are in love. Today is a big day.
Emily, I'm a very proud dad and you look wonderful today. Emily's a very kind, considerate young lady. She enjoyed her school life and has many happy memories growing up on the farm with her older brother and sisters. After her lifelong fear of animals, Emily surprised us one day when she announced she was going to do a week's work experience at the Mount Farm vet practice. This started from 6 months old when a dog jumped on a cot, to being knocked down by an escaped pig when she was 18 months old, to then being surrounded by a herd of cattle whilst on a bike ride with her brother and sisters when she was 4, and just recently having to call Charlie whilst on a walk, once again surrounded by cattle. The hero that Charlie is quickly jumped in his car, locked his door, raced to the field, hooting his horn, where he saw a herd of cattle surrounding a tree and Emily at the top. After completing her A-levels, Emily decided not to be a vet, but joined Albert Goodman, where she qualified as an accountant. In more recent years, with her accountancy skills, I persuaded her to come home and join me in the business. Alongside this, Emily has discovered a real interest in antique jewellery, which has led her to start a business with her sister Charlotte. The way things are going, they're going to be selling more rings than iron tractors.
Richard, the only man who's nearly made me wet myself with nerves. No, not the first time I met you in the kitchen and we tried to replicate an MI6 interrogation scene, but the day I had to ask you for Emily's hand in marriage. For those who don't know Richard, it was an unusual day. Richard was on his way back from feeding the cattle on a Sunday morning whilst on the phone trying to sell someone a tractor. I stood in the middle of the road and flagged him down. "Richard, I've got something to ask you," I said. Richard, cool as ever, replied with, "Yep, I think I know what that is." A bit surprised, I said, "Oh, well, we're going to Paris this weekend and I would like to ask Em to marry me. Do I have your blessing?" Richard replied with a, "Oh yeah, well done," and then shook my hand and went on to have someone's eyes out when selling them a tractor. To my parents, Emily would like to thank you for raising such a handsome, intelligent, ambitious and loyal son. He's a credit to you both and definitely the better brother. So if you edited, that's not my one. No, thank you to you all for raising both Joe and me and shaping the people we are today.
Oh my God, I love it!
My rule today for everyone is to enjoy the day, mingle around, eat and drink plenty, and don't give Charlie any Jack Daniels. I'll save that story for another time.
Nearly the whole of Taunton has come together to witness the marriage of Charlie and Emily, to pray for God's blessing on them, to share their joy and to celebrate their love.
Charlie and I met in the late 90s. He had a 3-year advantage on me, which meant he was a lot stronger than me. I would wind him up so much to the point he would often cry. We would have lightsaber fights. I would whack him really hard and quickly run to the bathroom and lock myself away, screaming for Mum or Dad to come rescue me. On the odd occasion, he would capture me. Depending on how Charlie felt, it would be a few punches to the arm, a petrol pump, an Uncle Charlie, tickle torture, or my most feared punishment, "Is Batman gonna save you?" This involved him pinning me down with my arms so I couldn't move, and him slapping me across the face, saying, "Is Batman gonna save you?"
98% of relationships that start in secondary school do not last beyond university. 98% of people find others at university. The distance becomes too much. They find that the broadening of the mind means there is too much change when the relationship alters. But if 98% do not make it, 2% do make it.
And now, certainly last but by no means least, my beautiful new wife, Mrs. Emily Snow. Woo! Firstly, Ems, what can I say? You look absolutely incredible and certainly took my breath away when I saw you walking down the aisle. Hopefully nobody saw me crying. Thank you for all the time that you have invested in today. Everything has been superb. The venue, the caterers, choice of husband, impeccable taste at Ems as always.
Fundamentally, it is a promise. And like all promises, we don't always know the cost of it when we make them. Today is like the beginning of a race, when the gun goes off and everyone begins to cheer. But as the race goes on and the crowd disappears, the race is always won by those who dedicate themselves to it.
I, Charlie, take you, Emily,
To be my wife,
to be my wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death us do part,
till death us do part,
according to God's holy law,
according to God's holy law.
In the presence of God, I make this vow.
In the presence of God, I make this vow.
Emily, I will now explain why the man, my brother, you are marrying is the right man. Number 1, he is very protective. When I was 14, Charlie was 17. It was my first men's rugby tournament. Someone came across and high-tackled me, which I turned around to Charlie, pinning him on the floor, saying, "Don't touch him again, you beep." Family, I know, will always be number 1. Number 2, he is persistent, resilient, and very hardworking. Recently, Charlie qualified in his Masters and is now working in a fantastic job, driving around the country, taking photos of buildings and guessing how much they're worth.
I, Emily, take you, Charlie, to be my husband, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, till death us do part, according to God's holy law. In the presence of God, I make this vow.
And Joe Snow, the best man and the younger brother. It's great to see you here today and to know that you'll be staying for the entire day. Unlike the stag do where you missed half of the trip due to some issues involving the verbal abuse of a customer assistant and being asked to leave Bristol Airport. For those concerned, Joe made the flight the following morning and we regathered in Dublin for the remainder of the trip. Once again, Ryanair, thank you for your efforts in making the 9-hour delay so memorable.
As Charlie progressed to big school and left me behind in little school, people were quick to think, with his unfortunate name, Charlie Snow, that he was the school's local drug dealer. Which left me in a vulnerable position 3 years later, as I would often get the hard kids come up to me and ask for Charlie, not knowing what they were truly asking for and what reputation my brother had left behind. No wonder why all my clothes got stolen. I blame Mum and Dad for that one.
Philly and Richard, where to begin? Firstly, thank you both for making me feel so welcome in your family. You've been incredibly generous to me and Ems ever since we first met and have always shown me kindness. Thank you both for raising Emily to be the beautiful person she is today. At this point, ordinarily I'd make a joke about Ems not being very tidy. But fortunately, that's not the case, and Ems has most definitely inherited the OCD gene from both parents. And I'm pleased to say that I've now completed my formal training on how to load the dishwasher correctly, as per the Paris Family Handbook.
Wow, give him a cheer!
Charlie, you have a truly infectious personality. Your enthusiasm and positivity towards almost everything, other than off-piste skiing, really does rub off on everyone around you. And if you keep it up, maybe one day you'll be Richard's favourite.
Charlie and Emily have been together for a number of years now. We've spent many happy holidays together, and I've come to know him well. He's a great credit to his parents, and I can't think of a better person to have as son-in-law. Finally, I'd like to propose a toast, so please be upstanding and raise your glass to Charlie and Emily.
Emily, I give you this ring as a sign of our marriage. With my body, I honour you.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I have, I share with you.
All that I have, I share with you.
Within the love of God.
Within the love of God.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Charlie, you may kiss your bride.
May you take on the world together with all of your hopes and dreams. May you be each other's anchor in smooth or rocky seas. May you bend to the world's winds and brave stalls and storms. May you find common ground in all its changing forms. May you cross stubborn boundaries and turn many a stone. May you find haven for your souls. May you have heart and home.
And if some days are grey and some nights are long and cold, may you be each other's sun and moon as your destinies unfold. And should you lose sight of each other and start to drift apart, may you circle back by following the compass of your hearts.
Ems, I cannot put into words how lucky I am to have met you. The last 10 years of our lives have been incredible, and I'm so privileged to have shared this time with you. You have supported me through so much of my life and always been an excellent source of counsel and joy when I needed it. You are the most beautiful, kind, funny and wonderful human being that I've had the fortune to meet, and my best friend. You are a strong-minded, hard-working, ambitious woman, as well as one of the bravest and most resilient people I know. Having conquered so many challenges in your own life whilst also running our home. I'm truly lucky to be able to call you my wife and cannot wait to continue building our lives together. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in raising a glass to Mrs. Snow. Mrs. Snow. Thanks everybody.
Now I look at you both sat here today, and I just want to say, firstly, I'm jealous of your love. Yes, I still don't have a girlfriend. Secondly, Emily, you're beautiful inside and out. You are hard-working, caring, and somehow laugh at most of my brother's jokes, and I couldn't ask for a better sister-in-law. Lastly, you make each other happy, which is all that matters. I'm not a mind reader, but it's pretty obvious you both have such a strong future together, and I look forward to what's to come. Here's to an official welcome to the family, Ems, even though you've always been welcome from the start. Everyone, let's raise a glass to the most important people here today, Charlie and Emily.